Hi there, Rob from Really Reviews here. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Roundup. Before I get started, I just want to apologise for the fact that we haven't been making a lot of videos lately. And that's because me and Malloy both have jobs to go to, unfortunately. We haven't found the time to meet up as of yet, so again I'm doing this one on my own. And let's get straight into it now. Hopefully there'll be more reviews in the future, by the way. Can't promise when, where, whatever. Summerslam 2014. I'm going to quickly rattle through this because obviously not got long to go now before it actually starts. I would have done this earlier, but you know, I've been very busy of late. So anyway, let's get started. So first match on the card, pre-show match, Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro. I'm a big Rob Van Dam mark myself, and you know, Cesaro is obviously, his push is completely ended, capitulated. He's losing to complete, well, you know, pretty much squash matches he's losing in, really. You know, he's been on a bit of a losing streak late. But something tells me he's going to win this, you know. RVD hasn't been on a great run of form lately as well. So, I don't know whether it's marijuana again, but he's not getting a push. So, something tells me Cesaro's going to win that one. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. It's got to be Cena, I'm afraid. Again, you know, Brock is a part-timer, so it's going to cause uproar, and it's not going to be good business, you know, if he wins. I don't know why they would pick him to win, anyway. Although, I mean, this is one of my bold predictions coming up. Seth Rollins to cash in his Money in the Bank after John Cena wins the match. Well, it depends on how far up the card it is. If it's the last match, it probably will be. It seems like the main event. Then that could possibly happen, but I very doubt it somehow. Very much. Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho. Singles, Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, Wyatt family, banned from ringside. Now again, I love Jericho. I think he's an excellent performer, charismatic, brilliant in-ring performer. Bray Wyatt, I like him as well. Obviously at Battleground, Chris Jericho won, much to the chagrin of a lot of people, and much to the surprise of a lot of the WWE Universe, but I think Bray might win this, to be honest. You know, I think he would. I think he probably. That was my prediction. That he was. Well, it wasn't my prediction, but I reckon he would have won the Battleground one, but he didn't. So, you know, gonna see if that happens. Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon. Now this was over. It's a long-running feud, well built up, I may add. Between Stephanie McMahon, who's virtually the owner of the company, along with Triple H now, and Daniel Bryan's fiance, wife, I can't remember what she is, Brie Bella. I can envision, and this is another bold prediction, which might actually come true, a Nikki Bella heel turn. Yeah, and you know, if I'm right, then we'll say it in the next Wrestling Roundup if I'm right. Just something tells me it's going to happen. We'll see. Again, if I'm not going into any of these in depth a lot, I apologise, but I am kind of against the clock here. Jack Swagger, Rusev. Oh God, this feud has gone on for far too long, and I'm really, really hoping it ends here with a Jack Swagger victory. I'm getting honestly really sick of this feud. You know, it's the same old shtick over and over and over again. You know, it needs to stop. They need to get Rusev in a new feud. They need to get Swagger in a new feud. Flag match, yeah. It doesn't seem like a very interesting, gimmicky match. I think it'll be all over the place, to be honest. Could be proved wrong. Could be a good match. By the way, if you're wondering what the noises are, it's because I'm reading all this on my phone. AJ Lee versus Paige, and for the WWE Divas Championship. I'm saying AJ again. Honestly, I think it's going to culminate in some. Well, to be fair, this kind of is the culmination of AJ and Paige's feud, but something tells me AJ is still going to win this. I'm not going to go into it depth because it's a Divas match. I'm thankful, by the way, there's no Adam Rose or Fandango or any mid-carders on this card tonight. I mean, it's SummerSlam. It's basically the second biggest thing next to WrestleMania of the year, you know. So hopefully it should be an interesting thing. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. Now, I'm predicting a good match here. I think they're both good performers. Not a massive fan of Randy Orton. I think he's very bland, but he still gives... He's great in ring ability, I think. And Roman Reigns, obviously, they're pushing him to be the next top guy, other than Cena. I wish it would be Ambrose, but what can you do? It's obviously the big bulky one of the Shield. And yeah, I predict corporate interference, corporate Kane, and some other people from the Authority, Rollins maybe getting in there, and ultimately a Randy Orton victory. Everyone thinks Reigns, but I don't know. I think Orton could nick this. Miz versus Ziggler. Okay, now we're getting into this. Right, Intercontinental Championship. I really, really want Dolph Ziggler to win, but I don't know. My heart says Ziggler, my head says Miz. Because I think they're trying to build up Miz to be a monster heel, you know, like kind of Hollywood Rock. It's pretty much the same sort of shtick when Miz came back. Hopefully Ziggler's going to win. I'd be very happy if Ziggler won it, because he deserves something. He's a magnificent performer, very talented superstar. Okay. And now this is the big one. Ambrose Rollins. Now, I'm a massive mark for Ambrose. Massive. I think he's going to be the next big thing. He's got that Stone Cold vibe about him. He's got a massive amount of very chilling, you know, insane charisma about him, as I mentioned before. And I think he's going to win. I honestly do. I think it's a stupid stipulation for a start, lumberjack match. I was never happy with that. I wanted like a Hell in a Cell. Well, that's a bit far, but you know, something gritty, something a lot more suited to their rigorous rivalry. And you know, just lumberjack's going to be a bunch of mid-carders. Oh god, it's going to be Ryback beating the crap out of Seth Rollins or whatever. There might be a bit of biasness with lumberjacks, you know. Most of them are heel mid-carders, so they're probably going to target Ambrose. Corporate interference from the Authority, I can see it happening. Yeah, I do want Ambrose to win. I think he will. I think that will be the result tonight. That will make me very happy. Don't know how many of these predictions I'm going to get right, but who knows. Now, a few things I want to cover. Just that's the whole card for the match, for the pay-per-view. So a few things I want to go through as well. The new logo. I'm going to miss the old logo. I think that sort of defined the classic years, you know, of Ruthless Aggression when I last watched it. And of course the Attitude Era, you know, before they got rid of the F. The whole scratchy thing. I used to attempt to draw that on my homework all the time when I was in lower school, you know. But this one, yeah, it's alright, you know. It's very polished and refined. It doesn't scream, you know, attitude or aggression to me. It's more very buy our network, you know, for $9.99. And I don't know. I think I might keep a counter tonight into how many times he's going to mention $9.99. I think they're I think it's got to the point where it's self-referential, and they're actually aware of how annoying it is. So who knows where that's going to go. I can predict JB. That's one of my predictions. I can guarantee JB was going to go to town on the network $9.99 thing, or Cole, of course, if he's not plugging Twitter. Now, what else? Oh yes. Now, there have been many predictions ahead of this pay-per-view that there could be a Sting appearance. I think it's possible. Where and when, I don't know. He might appear at the beginning with Hulk Hogan, just non-match related. That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be non-match related if he does appear. I don't think he will. I don't know. Something tells me they're saving it. Maybe they're going to get Hogan instead this pay-per-view to turn up. Yeah, and I think that's about it, really. Those are my predictions. Sorry it's been a very quick video and everything and a bit messy, but I wanted to get this out there, you know, before the event actually started, so I couldn't have something to look back on and see if I was right. Coming up next, probably a SummerSlam recap, but I'm also probably gonna... I made a list, actually, of 20 things I dislike about John Cena, so hopefully I'm gonna get that up on YouTube soon. Also, favourite themes, like I said earlier, we're going to do that at some point. When there's enough schedule in mine and Malloy's time, we're going to make sure we do a collaboration wrestling roundup together, featuring wrestling themes or favourite wrestlers or something along those lines, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's my SummerSlam predictions. This has been Rob, it's been Wrestling Roundup, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers.